Welcome to Jazara for Dummies Special Edition. The markers telling you the bond payout is at hand. By Professor William Liebenberg. Please like, share and subscribe. Join our Telegram group in the comments below. Also, see in the comments links attached. Thank you. Let's go. Amazing how world events are culminating at the same time for the precipice, the point of destruction. Once the first domino tumbles, the rest will fall. Everything is already in place. It only needs one catalyst for the bonds to pay out. This list below undoubtedly proves that we are at the door of the bonds payout. 1. Banks. Basel III compliance or closure. Basel III requirements. Attaching rare earth minerals and other commodities to new tokenized assets that will come into play during Protocol 20's rollout of quantum technologies. Abolishing of the Federal Reserve System. 2. BRICS. Nations join and break trade records. Own payment system. Stop using SWIFT. Domination of oil, gas resources. Exceeds G7's gross domestic product. Bretton Woods 3. Pushing nations to gold-backed sovereign currencies. Countries' rejection of the Rothschild controlled central banks of the cabal as President Putin did. Globalist leaders within bloc, firmly controlled, will eventually be removed. Collapsing the cabal petrodollar. Stopped using the cabal US fiat dollar in trade. Dumping of US Treasuries bonds. 3. Commander-in-Chief. President Trump signed over his presidential power to the military in 2017, just before the Biden inauguration. The US is still inside a military operation called Continuity of Government, launched by Ezra Cohen Watnick, and Commander-in-Chief Trump is driving this global operation from behind the scenes, connecting all these markers listed here. Trump commands over 50,000 secret troops. They all have been deputized as federal marshals to make arrests. 4. Countries deposing of corrupt governments. 5. COVID. Exposing virus and vaccine crimes and prosecutions. 6. Crimes. White hats intentionally let the deep state push their agenda so they could get the crimes into congressional records. Arresting of global cabal members. 90% of the US Congress and 1,000s of politicians and many stars will pay the price of their sick crimes, and we will get to see it. Trump restored firing squads and will air executions on television. Many have already been arrested and replaced with doubles. Brunson case and another 2020 voter fraud cases at Supreme Court. Justice Clarence Thomas said, "I have sole independent power to rule on the 2020 and 2022 election fraud case that would have a nationwide ripple effect. $500 trillion lawsuit against the U.S. federal government and over 140 monopolists. Biden indicted for Russia, Ukraine, China, and Kazakhstan bribes. Exposing the Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Central Intelligence Agency, United States Department of Homeland Security, National Security Agency, Office of Naval Intelligence, Defense Intelligence Agency, as well as other extremely powerful organizations within the international intelligence community, for example government communications headquarters, Mossad, Secret Intelligence Service, Directorate General for External Security, etc. Biden administration refusal to protect the U.S. borders. Pedophilia and human trafficking. Exposure. Epstein's List and honey trap video release. Adrenochrome and child torture or sacrificing, as well as cannibalism video release. 7. Cryptocurrency. XRP a global reserve and Bitcoin to eventually be locked in. 8. Economy. spiraling down worldwide as debt mounts. Vatican, NATO, European Union, World Health Organization, World Trade Organization, and United Nations bankrupt. Trump to withdraw from them. Crash of the cabal's stock exchange. Evergrande to collapse the CCP, property market, and world economy. Chinese Communist Party will be dissolved. 9. Debt U.S. to reach all-time high of $36 trillion and federal public debt is expected to reach 100% soon and exceed the country's annual economic output in 2025. Thus, the U.S. corporation is bankrupt. 10. Farmers uniting globally against cabals imposed laws. 11. Fiat cabal U.S. fiat dollar losing its reserve status and will be replaced with the RLUSD. 12. Jazara. President Putin leads the alliance with the debt forgiveness aspect. 13. Hegemony. West collapsing. 14. Internet. Cyber attacks worldwide. Failing of earthbound cables and networks. Starlink satellite internet reaches every phone on Earth and can work between phones. 15. Israel. Conflicts to distract us from the cleaning of the cabal from the inside. Government changes are coming. 16. McAfee. Releasing of evidence. 17. Minerals. Investments. Increase in precious metals. Central banks increase gold deposits for the gold standard. Precious metals repricing RV first. 18. Obama. Fake birth certificate and crimes. Exposure, together with the Clintons and Bush families' crimes. 19. Payment systems. Elon Musk's ability to conduct your entire financial world on one platform. BRICS readiness. 20. Protocol. 20. Readiness. 21. Quantum. Activation of the BRICS, XRP systems, the bedrock of the global currency reset. The endgame for fiat currency. 22. Sessions. Q military intelligence said they trust Jeff Sessions. This sleeper is going to cause havoc. 23. Space Force. Taking control of all defense systems. Integrated with SpaceX, Starlink and Protect payment systems. Project Odin is a military Space Force intelligence agency operation connected to Starlink satellites that are in place to control grids around the world, with the ability to bypass and operate all media, TV, radio and internet digital platforms, including the EBS. 24. Ukraine. President Putin's prolonged war plan to bankrupt and eliminate NATO, the United Nations, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Central Intelligence Agency and the European Union. Losing the war, Russia on a daily basis gains more land and restores it back to Russia's historical landmass. Poland and surrounding countries are preparing to take and occupy parts of Ukraine. 25. Tax. Push tax is theft awareness in preparation to close the cabal's IRS. 26. 3 city-states. President Trump calling for a federal takeover of the District of Columbia. 27. U.S. Treasury bills. Wall Street bracing for a fresh deluge. 28. WTO. Tariffs to restore it to its original righteous principles, or it will close. 29. Zimbabwe. The Reserve Bank introduced a gold-backed digital currency called Zimbabwe Gold, ZiG. 30. The 4 requirements. 2 RV the Iraqi dinar, it can happen all together in 1 hour. 31. 7 kingdoms. Dismantling of global colonialism and restructuring of the earth. China is circling Taiwan in order to annex the region. just as Putin is doing with Ukraine and Trump with Canada, Mexico, Greenland, and the last 34 satanic structures earmarked for destruction. In a false flag World War III with rods of God, President Putin's doomsday Satan II super heavy intercontinental ballistic missile, nuclear weapon, can sink Britain on combat duty for the first time. All these events are connected. They are, for the first time, all ready to collapse the cabal system. Meaning, we are at the door for the bonds payout. The end.